Hey there, I'm Jenny Claire, and usually we start every video with a cup of tea, but today we're going to start with some beer because I'm in Munich, Germany this month. This month is exciting change of location in beautiful Munich. Last week I was in Zurich, and now this week we're going to be in Munich, and my flatmates were so kind to introduce me to Munich's beer culture. I missed Octoberfest, but they all had these Octoberfest beers. It's a beer that's only available during Oktoberfest, and there's a date on it. We've had to keep it in the refrigerator because if you put it outside the refrigerator and it gets warm, you ruin the beer apparently. So I had to put it back in the refrigerator. I'm trying to see if there's a date on it. So this beer has 6.3% alcohol, and let me top it off a little bit. Just to refresh my beer. You can see all the bubbles. Look at that. And look at this glass. Isn't this glass beautiful? It's, I believe it's hand blown, handmade. And it is just, ooh, hello. It is so beautiful with the etching on it. All right, let's give it a try. Wow, I don't know anything about beer, to be honest, but this is very drinkable. It's crisp, it's clean, it's fruity, it's really good. Like, usually I'm not a big I'm not a big beer fan. I don't know why, it just doesn't really get to me. I like Japanese beer, but not so much American beer, but I really don't know how to describe it because I don't drink beer, but I can say that the few beers I've had in Germany so far have been excellent. They're, I don't know how to describe it. They're sweet and crisp, and they're not heavy, and even like a lager. So even a dark lager, which usually is really thick, like a Guinness, is thick and I mean, that's different beer. It's Irish. It's hard to drink. Like, you can't just like drink it. But this, it's not like water. It's not watered down. That's not what I'm aiming at. It's just crisp. It's like apple juice. You can drink apple juice and not have any kind of reaction or feeling. I hope I'm not saying anything degrading about this. This is amazing, amazing beer, and I am so happy. So let's go back a step. I've been living in the woods for a while now and just not happy, just really, really not happy with life. So I decided to go somewhere different. I decided this back in like February last year when, again, I guess maybe a seasonal depression, just not happy. And I decided I'm going to Germany. I've always wanted to go to Germany. I've always wanted to go to the Alps, which is mostly in Switzerland and Germany and Italy, but I've always had this idea that I'm gonna have a picnic in the Alps. That was my dream, and so I planned this trip about a couple weeks ago. Right before I left, I almost canceled. I was thinking, why am I going on this trip? I haven't learned German this year like I was supposed to. When I got the gas. Why am I going? I've got too many responsibilities at home. And I'm very lucky to have a boyfriend who pushed me and said, nope, you made this plan. You need to go do it. And so I did, and I got on the plane, came to Switzerland first, went to a film festival, which I'm going to put up videos about the films, more on the forfilmssake.com website once I get time. And here keep on doing these vlogs. And so I was in Switzerland for 2 weeks, and then I came here to Munich, and I'm going to be here for about a month and a half. And it's really exciting. I get to go on the bus and the train and the trams. I went on boats and buses and trams and trains in Zurich, so we're going to have some videos about that. And I'm trying to eat at different beer houses and tried the different Bavarian foods, which are just delicious, while also trying to lose weight. So it's kind of like a really tough struggle here of, do I eat the heavy Bavarian food or do I eat a salad? And I'm trying to balance that out. And I'm also walking a lot more. I live about 20 minutes away from a train station that gets me into Munich proper. And there's also a bus that comes every 10 minutes. So I could take a bus or I could walk the 20 minutes. And lately, if I'm by myself, I've been just walking it, where if I'm with one of my flatmates, then we'll take the bus. Or if I just, want to get there faster, take the bus. But transportation here in Munich, and as well as in Zurich, is just fantastic. And it's very varied. You can take trains and trams and buses. Then there are different kinds of trains. There are fast trains and regional trains and every other kind of train in between. Subways, there's an underground, there's, just so many different trains. And if you want to go from point A to point B, there are so many options. And of course, if you have a car, you can drive. But as a visiting expat, I should say, I'll call myself that, a visiting expat, I don't have a car and I'm quite enjoying the public transportation. But I'm going to talk about all of that kind of stuff later in other videos on more of a day-to-day, what my thoughts are kind of video. And today we're drinking some beer, and we still have to work because got to pay the bills, right? And I got another project today, which was wonderful. I'm so happy. Finished a project as well and can move on. And then there's some lingering projects that I need to start working on so that they get finished as well, and more money can come in, so more fun can be had. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to share. There's so much to share. There's so much to talk about. But right now I'm just really enjoying my time here in not in Zurich. I'm really enjoying my time here in Munich, just trying to absorb as much of the culture and the food. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else to share. There's so much to share. There's so much to talk about. But right now I'm just really enjoying my time here in not in Zurich. I'm really enjoying my time here in Munich, just trying to absorb as much of the culture and the food and just enjoy the day-to-day life cycle that happens here. It seems like things are much more relaxed. People stop and look at the flowers, although not literally, I mean more figuratively in this case. There's so many little parks, so if you're walking, you ultimately will cross or even just walk past parks along the way where you can just stop and take in the trees and the flowers and the lawn and the fresh air. I have to say it smells so delicious here. It's really, really fresh and clean, and we live right next to a river, more like a creek, that flows through Munich, and it passes by this area, and I'm tempted, even though it's a little bit cold outside. It's probably in the 60s right now. It's a little cold, but I'm so tempted to get an inner tube and see about tubing down the river, because it flows so fast. I'll try to insert a video here of this beautiful poetic river that it's so clear. It's not very deep. It's not very wide. It does flow very fast though, and whoosh, I think it'd be a fun ride. I have heard that you're not allowed to in the larger river that goes through Zurich. Why am I saying Zurich? The larger river that goes through Munich, because it's too dangerous. But I think this one might be manageable. I'm a Florida girl, and that's what we do. We go tubing, right? Down the Itchentuckney or one of the other many spring rivers and creeks in that area. Well, my part of Florida anyway. So I should drink the beer before it gets warm. This is so good. I really don't know anything about beer, but I'm tasting orange. It's not heavy. It's not thick, and I don't know how to describe it. I probably could read blogs and find out what more professional people have described the beer in Munich, but all I can say is this is amazing. Even for someone who's not a beer fan, this is so good. Well, I think I'm going to cut it off for today on that and get back to work. So thanks for watching. Hang out for more, subscribe for more on Zurich for the next couple weeks. We're going to be here and trying different food, going to different grocery stores, different restaurants, markets. There's a market I'm going to tomorrow that has traditional foods and traditional items and booths, kind of like a spring, or I guess it'd be fall, a fall festival of sorts. And we're gonna go to that tomorrow and see if we can eat some fish on a stick. I can't wait. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, give me some tips and tricks for living in Munich if that's where you are as well. Thanks. Bye. So good.
Chiefest. The red one is the chief.
Okay, I'll look at it in a second.
Yes. So, and I will